welcome back to my YouTube channel. As I've told you guys before, I will be doing a segment. I think I'm going to name it MoAdvises. I'm not too sure yet. You guys are free. Feel free to actually give your suggestions. What should I name the segment? It's very cold. I'm drinking some coffee, and yeah. So I said I'm going to do this segment at least once or twice a month. Since I know people are going through the most. Either you're going through the most, or maybe you just don't know how to handle the situation. Like I said, doesn't necessarily always have to be. Don't think this segment is just like extreme heavy stuff. It could also just could just be something you're just struggling with that isn't as easy, for you to deal with. So yeah, so I've already got my first question, and I've written it down here, and I've also written down a few points that I want to touch on. The reason why I've written down the points is because I'm one person who tends to deviate sometimes, or like go on and on and on instead of sticking to the point, or sometimes I might repeat a few things. So this will help me like manage my thoughts and like narrow them down in a way. So yeah, get comfortable, tell your friends to tell their friends. Someone who you know probably once doesn't know how to handle the situation, advise them. Not advise them, tell them about me, tell them about my channel, tell them about me on IG. I am amkhalam_ngobeni, and yeah, I'm gonna try my best. So the question today says, right, my friend is picking up quite a lot of weight lately, and people we hang around with are talking about it since it is so evident. She used to exercise and take her health seriously. Now she doesn't do any of that. Should I tell her? And if so, how? Already when I heard weights, I'm like, ooh, weight. Weight is quite a sensitive topic. And it's even more sensitive when it comes to females. Yeah, we're very I don't know, we're just conscious when it comes to our bodies. So when somebody touches on something, it's like, why? So yeah, it's pretty sensitive, but I'll try my best to answer it. I've written down points in ways you could answer this question, or you could handle the situation. So the first thing, you need to analyze if you are close, or you need to think, are you close to this person? That's number one. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you tell someone, right, something, or touch on something extremely sensitive like weight, and you're not close to someone, it may be taken the wrong way, right? So if you are not close to this person, something you can do is talk to, like you're friends, but you're not that close. What you can do is talk to someone you know is close to her, and let them know, right, again, I've been seeing this, and I see a lot of people are talking about this. I think you should address your friend. Don't let you be the one to address it, because it's not gonna necessarily turn out the way you'd expect. That's the first thing. If you are close to this person, you could like bring it up in a subtle way, right? By like probably asking, like I said, subtle light way, by asking, friend, why did you stop exercising? You don't have to be like lecturing, because I know people get very sensitive sometimes. Like if you make it seem like a lecture, like you're sitting her down telling her what's up, it might not be received that well. So I think you saying or asking, like just finding firstly out, why did she stop? Like be like, oh, why did you stop exercising? And then if she says something like, her schedule is very hectic, she doesn't have time anymore, then let her know, you are very, firstly, like what you can do is let her know that she can work around her schedule. let her know her, okay, especially since you are her close friend, you know with okay, she works, for example, Mondays to Fridays, she works a 9 to 5, so she doesn't have time. When she comes back home, she has to cook or do whatever she wants to do or rest. So you could always be like, okay, I understand you are not available during the week, but you could always do weekends because you're free on weekends. So why don't you try? Because and highlight the things that you saw were positive, that came out of her exercising. For example, you saw Witty, she was happier, she was glowing. Girls like those things. So just be like, oh, I saw Witty, you were glowing. I saw that you were happy, you were happier. And tell her it really did her good because you saw those positive aspects. So that's one way to go about it. The other thing is when it comes to health, you could always, like, healthy eating, you could be the initiator of those things. So for example, like when you guys go out or get takeout, like suggest something healthier. Like instead of eating your KFC, I'm not saying don't eat them at all, but be the one to be like, oh, let's go grab a wrap, let's get wraps, like just a healthier option of food. You could still go out, just get healthy options. And maybe you could even be like, let's get it together, let's say, like, what is it, seafood, because I know it's not as fatty. So you could always be like, let's get seafood, let's do a whole basket, let's share, you know that way you're initiating it. The other thing you could do is suggest hiking dates, because that's one way. Hiking is a lot. It's definitely a lot. So you suggesting hiking dates could do her good, right? That's some of the things that you could possibly talk about. Give me a second. Oh yes, the other way that you could go about addressing this issue is by implementing it yourself. So you start exercising. This is all if you're close to her. You start exercising, you start eating healthier, and then talk about it with her, and actually talk about all the positives that came out of those things. So what I mean is, by you exercising, you talk to your friends, so you'd be like, oh, right now my sleeping habits have improved. Exercising is actually helping me out a lot. I used to be, sluggish. I used to feel sluggish. I used to feel some type of way. Now I feel like more energetic. Ugh. And like comment on, oh, now I see why you used to exercise. This is you trying to say it in a way that is subtle, but like I think it does get the message across over time. This is only if you see that your friend is one person who doesn't take well to being direct, right? If you know that she is a very direct person, she appreciates people who are direct, and she also is a direct person, then you could be very blunt with her and be like, friend, I see you gaining a bit of weight, and it's not looking good. I don't think you should mention anything about other people talking about it, because that's already going to throw off. Just say, what's your friend, you're gaining a bit of weight. But like, obviously when you talk about it, you probably show like you gaining a bit, not a bit, quite a lot of weight. That's only if she's blunt. If she's not blunt, those are the methods you could go about it, right? Last but not least, if it does happen that she gives you an answer like, she decided to stop exercising because she felt she wasn't happy with her weight or her body by then, so that's why she stopped, then just leave the topic for that time. Just leave it. And now what you could do is, I love notes, I love letters, because I know sometimes it's best to express those things through a letter, because sometimes when you talk to a person, things, I can't say they get lost in translation, but sometimes you say something and the person responds and then you retaliate, and then things can be blown out of proportion. So maybe a letter, because there isn't direct replies, at that moment. You could actually express everything you want to express. but of course you have to be polite because it's your friend, so you'd actually know her, okay, this is the best way I can say it, and just be honest. Her, you're taking, there's like healthy weight gain and healthy weight gain, and you sort of see that it's going to the unhealthy side, and that you really care about her. You didn't want to hurt her feelings, hence you are doing it this way, you know. And send something along with that, something that you know she likes. You could possibly send chocolate if you know your friend likes chocolates, and I think it would be better received. Yeah, like I said, weight gain is a very sensitive topic, and but I think it's something that needs to be addressed. Like I said, those are the various ways, you know, because it wouldn't be nice, or it would be heartbreaking to hear something bad from someone you hardly know and not the person you actually like spend the most time with, you know. Whatever trait it may be, whether it's a physical thing or like a trait that you have that's bad, and you hear, oh, Mangmang's like this, and you know you spend so much time with your friend, but she has never mentioned any of that. It's painful. So I really do think it should come from you. So yeah, man, that's the best way I could advise you. Do tell me how it goes. Feel free to DM me again and tell me how it goes. And I hope anyone else who feels a particular way, you know, this advice helps them when it comes to their friend, when it comes to your partner. I think it's the very same thing. Just talk about these things in a way that you know your partner would understand. Don't just be like in a way that you understand, because the person won't receive it well. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. Toodles.